Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Hask, my Sith warrior. And where we last left off, we were on the world of Onderon, dealing with the orbiting Republic fleet, making sure they couldn't refuel and reinforce this new shiny shipyard the Republic is developing, or has been developed, on the world of Corellia. Now, we believe there's still one more major refueling station the Republic could make use of, and that is on the hollowed out asteroid known as Mek-Shar. So, we're here on board the Fury, we're about to get ourselves underway, but we have a few bits of mail, so we'll have a look at the mailbox, and then we'll find out what we know about Mek-Shar so far. So, yeah, we give some extra ships to Koth, who's running a few hyperspace routes, dealing with the exchange. So hopefully, crime doesn't actually manage to consolidate on Zakul. And yeah, Admiral Igo is retiring and handing over the military work over to Commodore Pardax. Very good. We have C2D4. Talking about the Untamed. Jakara thinks we should have maybe desecrated their beacons rather than follow the ritual to have a chat with their leader. And then last but not least, obviously Darth Savik, thanking us for our efforts. Okay, she's been trying to get an expansion of her surveillance droid network. King Petrov has been lavishing praise upon us, when he's not lavishing it on himself, of course. Excellent. So, Mek-Shar. Let me guess. Distant Outer Rim. No, Hut Space. Oh, Corwood Worlds. Well, okay. Between the Corwood Worlds and Hut Space. First established by the Hutt cartel, the asteroid mining station of Mek-Shar was seized by its own labourers in a daring uprising. The control of the station was divided amongst a council of its largest crews. Now a haven for smugglers, slavers, and the criminal underworld, Mek-Shar has become to be known as the outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. With a finite amount of fuel available beneath its surface, Mek-Shar has long proven to be a difficult operation to maintain. As the network of mines expand and reap the sources of fuel, the station's integrity is left in constant jeopardy. To curb this threat, fueling rights are permitted only by those capable of earning a majority vote from the ruling council. The station is also fortified by a powerful deflector shield and fail-safe mechanism capable of rendering every ounce of fuel on the station inert in the event of an uprising or incursion. Right, so people want to take Mek-Shar for its fuel. They can just push a button and make basically everything in vain, like a sacrifice move or scorched earth tactic. Interesting. Very well. I don't think there's anything else we need to sort ourselves out with first. We did pick up some more renown boosters as part of our weekly login rewards, so we can slowly keep on working towards improving our renown rank. And yeah, so I believe we're meant to be working with Valeron here on Mek-Shar. I think he's the one working on getting the Republic's fleet out of position. So, let's be on our way.
Commander, welcome to Mek Shah, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah, I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I served your old ally, Darth Vowrawn. He asked that I aid in supervising this operation due to my experience with the galaxy's criminal element. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
Why don't you tell me your plans for Mek Shah?
As direct as your reputation. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait, there's some... What? Oh!
Everyone had just arrived and already were trying to be assassinated.
Who in blazes was that?
I have no idea, but I appreciate the help.
Anytime. It's good to see you again. Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy the Empress and attack you during a top priority mission, you must have done something truly stirring.
I don't remember making any Sith angry lately. None that are alive, at least.
Perhaps he simply wanted a challenge. Fascinating. Ah well, you handled him easily enough. Best if we return to the mission at hand. Shall we?
Oh, wait, what?
Ah, old friend. Such a pleasure to see you again after so long. I overheard something of a commotion. Is everything all right?
Someone attempted to kill our dear guest.
An assassination attempt? On you? I'm amazed that there's anyone left in the galaxy who would even try.
I'm not convinced it was an assassin. It felt more like I was being tested.
Really? I shall task some of our people with tracking the assailant down. I would love to learn more. Now then, Shah, let's go over what we've planned.
A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from Mek-Shar in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So, we stop them from refueling.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't fulfill our Empress's command.
If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack while they transfer the fuel.
Just so, old friend.
Major Anri, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now Mek-Shar's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won. So they put in a failsafe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in Mek-Shar's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit. Make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks. Fry every ship in the fleet.
Perfect. How do we get started?
The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap.
Fortunately, you have the perfect opportunity to get started. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
And what will the rest of you be doing?
Major Anri will be acquiring some special items we'll need later. Meanwhile, I will make a show of myself around the rest of Mek-Shar.
We shall lead our enemies to suspect we're planning a direct assault, so they do not look too closely for other dangers.
I will remain in contact, should any other urgent matters arise.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Best of luck.
Okay, so we need to find out who is going to be backing the Republic and who might be willing to abstain, that we can convince to look elsewhere and work with the Republic. So I guess we need to go to this this meeting, this auction. A lot of like prefab buildings, just kind of stacked on top of each other. Oh, we have a data pad here. Labor is purpose. Labor is charity. Labor is freedom. Expunge file refuse. Yeah, look, we're not exactly a slave. We'll let someone else demean themselves by doing such a task.
Destination?
Okay, is this the entirety of Mech Shah?
Enjoy your stay.
It is, right. Now we're heading over to Huttbreaker's compound for the auction right now.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Okay, we have the Imperial Transport Service Droid and the Brothers Holding Guard. While we have the Junkers with, I'm guessing, the Republic Service Droid. So even though we shouldn't really confuse too much player knowledge with character knowledge, we can guess the Junkers are the ones supporting the Republic directly.
Please use all products only as intended.
We've never been invited to a party at Huttbreaker's before. Chikaro has a bit of a crush on her, you know. Just watch. He'll be too nervous to even talk to her.
Chikaro's refuting that it's not a crush, that she's a woman of power and conviction.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
If you already know these people, why don't you handle the negotiations?
All of the deals we've cut were small time compared to this. Convincing them to fuel up Republic warships will take some clout.
Dealing with someone big and important like you feeds people's egos, makes them easier to win over. You're definitely the one for this job.
If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mech Shah. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mech Shah safe is her top priority.
All right. Darth Shah said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of Mech Shah. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor. We tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harrido Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda. They're
mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Is there anything else I should know?
We'll keep our eyes open for any other big players, but I'm sure you can handle these guys.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot. Mech Shah! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years! All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward! We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Meksha. Did you enjoy the speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts.
Well, the Hutts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, Mitawi there, Jedi Knight.
It's so rare that we can step away from the war for a peaceful chat.
Just because nobody's shooting at each other yet, doesn't mean the war isn't here.
The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Ossus. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
The Republic is never going to win. You must see that.
What I see is one more Imperial lapdog.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
Jedi picking fights. Interesting. Well, now she's become an element, we can learn all about her and then find her weakness. She should have really just kept her head down. She knew all about us, we knew nothing about her. We even got her name, which is unfortunate for her, because we can now look at her codex entry. Seemingly, while we were encased in carbonite, she was engaged in frontline combat against both the Empire and the Eternal Empire. Seems to be a natural in lightsaber fighting techniques. And she has modified her own lightsaber. Okay. She, was recruited to join the Jedi on Ossus itself by SWTOR. He was her original master. Ah. Maybe that's why she has a certain chip on her shoulder. I wonder if we could potentially push her over emotionally. So, we don't really need to go meet this Junker Jot, but we might as well make sure he's going to remain firmly on the Republic's side, and then we need to decide who are we going to support between Indigo and this Vik the Sneak, if they have a rivalry. Unless we can convince both of them, of course, but seems like we're going to be swayed one way or the other.
Keep on walking, I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
Insulting me to my face. Not the smartest choice.
Huttbreaker needs me and mine a lot more than she needs you and yours. You want to kill me? Go ahead. See what happens. Huh. I need another drink.
Good. Definitely feels like we could provoke him into staying the course. So let's go meet the other leaders of the major gangs here.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que casa do bonyelis di otto. Chai con kunta chichai.
It depends on how well you treat your friends.
Makipuna male tutta od mishka. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. Ikosa mose ala chuta. Kobane puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious, what's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kliskataka yos oska ukopokuta. Makipuna male tuta od mishka. Mitisa roda kopana chaporko utmangisa.
It'd be better to discuss this in private.
Bampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Subulawa michade sula. Kafstu undile. Gio hola lukuta. Tungi machechu. Kuti nankihe. Wanawa de bloto wichawa.
Okay, so Vik wants to see Huttbreaker succeed. They've worked together after all. But at the same time, the selling of the fuel doesn't exactly benefit him or his. What is this group known for? No good rebellion follows the rules. It's a small smuggling ring. Seemingly his group are loyal. Okay, interesting. So, it seems that the Rhodian is a potential ally, depending on what favor he might desire. Let's go have a word with this Mandalorian and his clan.
What do you want?
Not much for small talk, are you?
No, I'm not. And I gotta hunch you aren't either. We wouldn't be talking unless you wanted something. So what is it?
To the point, let me return the favor. I'm looking for some help. Interested?
Do you think Darmanda want to fight and die in your little war? You're out of your mind. We're doing just fine on Mekshar.
What are the Darmanda anyway? What's your story?
Give me a break. I saw your friends feed you intel on everyone in here earlier. What's a pointing and whispering? You know who we are.
I'd rather hear what people have to say about themselves.
Look, you want to talk business, we can do that, but not here. Meet me at the cantina later, and we'll see.
Okay. So he didn't want to tell us, but thankfully we have this useful thing called a codex. So, the Darmander. In Mandalorian society, a Darmander is an exile. Someone who's broken the strictures of honor and duty so severely that they were deemed unworthy of their heritage. It is considered by most Mandalorians to be a punishment worse than death. This designation is meant to be a mark of shame, but Indigo's crew on Mekshar bears it proudly, even continuing to brazenly wear their Mandalorian armor in mockery. Though we started his group with just a few other exiles and a modest supply of stolen weapons, Indigo and his Darmander curried favor on Mekshar quickly by supplying those weapons to help overthrow Hutt control. So they deal in illicit weapons and take on mercenary contracts. Interesting. So now we know all the major players.
There you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
That's Novablade gear. What are you planning?
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realising who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the Exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
Okay. So, we now get to choose who we're going to spend our time and influence on. We could probably speak to both, but we're probably going to have to commit.
Didn't say a word. When have you ever cared about manners?
Okay, so map.
Destination?
We have the Slugfall Cantina or the 3 points.
Enjoy your stay.
Let's go see what Vik has to say.
Ready for departure.
Oh, of course, we need to get to a different transport service droid.
Enjoy your stay.
One connected to the other service routes. In fact, what we'll do is this is a perfect place to take a break then. Now that we've met all the major players. When we come back next time, we will be on our way to probably meet with the Rhodian Vik the Sneak and see what favour we may have to do for him to earn his, I suppose, his vote in giving the Republic refueling rights. Thank you all for joining me with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye-bye now.